the outside, this just looks like a normal Toyota camper. Nothing crazy, right? But the moment you step inside, everything changes. You're looking at a full living space, a real bed, a proper kitchen, and yes, even a bathroom. And just when you think you've seen it all, it gets even better. Because hidden inside this compact camper are details you would never expect in something this size motorhome. Now, let's slow things down for a second and really look at what this thing actually is. Because at first glance, this looks like a regular pickup-based camper. But the moment you start analyzing the proportions, you realize this is something much bigger. This is built on a Toyota platform, most likely a Hilux-style cab. But what's sitting on the back is not a simple camper box. This is a fully integrated motorhome-style unit, designed to feel like a tiny house on wheels. And the size? That's where things get interesting. Based on what we're seeing here, this camper is roughly around 6.5 to 7.2 meters long, which puts it in the same category as compact motorhomes. The width looks to be about 2.1 to 2.3 meters, giving it enough interior space without being too wide for roads. And the height? Easily around 3 meters or slightly more, especially with that over-cab sleeping section. So yes, from the outside it may look like a simple Toyota, but dimension-wise, this is a full-size living machine. Now let's talk about the design, because this is where Toyota, or whoever built this concept, really pushed things forward. The front section still keeps that familiar Toyota identity. Clean grille, modern headlights, and a strong, reliable look. But behind the cab, everything transforms. You get this massive over-cab extension, which is not just for looks. That space is actually used for sleeping or storage, maximizing every inch of the vehicle. Along the sides, you can see multiple tinted windows, clean body panels, and utility compartments. These aren't just design elements, they're functional access points for storage, water systems, and electrical components. And then at the back, things get even more practical. There's a ladder mounted on the rear, giving access to the roof. And yes, on top, you can spot what looks like a solar panel setup, along with a roof vent or AC unit. That means this camper is designed for off-grid living, not just short weekend trips. There's also a rear-mounted rack, perfect for bikes or extra cargo. So whether you're traveling long distances or setting up camp in remote locations, this thing is built to handle it. But let's be honest, the real magic of this camper is not outside. It's inside. The moment you step in, you realize this is not a typical camper interior. This feels like a modern compact apartment. Right away, you notice the seating area. A comfortable wraparound lounge with a central table. This space can be used for eating, working, or just relaxing after a long drive. The materials? Light wood finishes, clean white cabinetry, and soft ambient lighting. It gives off a premium, calm, almost Scandinavian vibe. And then you move toward the kitchen. This is not just a basic setup. This is a fully functional cooking space. You get a 2-burner gas stove, a built-in sink, and enough counter space to actually prepare meals. Below, there's a compact fridge, and above, multiple storage cabinets for utensils and supplies. Everything is placed efficiently. Nothing feels wasted. Now, here's where it gets even more impressive. The bedroom. At the rear of the camper, you have a dedicated sleeping area with a full-size mattress. This isn't one of those convertible benches. This is a proper bed, designed for comfort. There are windows on the sides, bringing in natural light, and even a skylight above, making the space feel more open. So instead of camping, this feels more like sleeping in a cozy hotel room. And just when you think, okay, this is already complete, there's more. Yes, this camper has a full bathroom. We're talking about a compact but complete setup. A toilet, a sink, a mirror, and even a shower area. It's what's known as a wet bath, where everything is integrated into one waterproof space. For a vehicle of this size, that's a huge deal, because now you're not dependent on campsites or external facilities. You can literally travel anywhere and still have everything you need. Now let's talk about performance and what's under the hood. While the exact engine isn't shown here, if this is based on a Toyota Hilux platform, it would typically come with a diesel engine known for reliability and torque. And that's important because this camper is not light. With this kind of build, the total weight could easily be in the range of 3,000 to 3,500 kilograms or more, depending on materials and equipment. So instead of speed, this vehicle is all about stability, durability, and long-distance comfort. It's built for cruising, not racing. Fuel efficiency would naturally be lower than a standard pickup due to the added weight and aerodynamics. But in return, you're getting something far more valuable: a complete mobile living system. Now, let's address the big question. How much would something like this cost? Since this appears to be a concept or custom build, there's no exact confirmed price. But based on similar Toyota camper conversions in the market, the range typically falls between $50,000 to over $130,000, depending on customization, features, and build quality. And honestly, when you look at what you're getting here, a bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, solar capability, and full living space, it starts to make sense. Because this is not just a vehicle. This is a home that moves with you. So the real question is it worth it? If you're someone who loves travel, freedom, and the idea of living without being tied to one place, then yes, this kind of camper offers something that very few vehicles can: complete independence. No hotels, no schedules, no limits, just you, the road, and everything you need, right inside. And that's what makes this Toyota camper so fascinating. From the outside, it looks simple, but inside, it completely changes the game. If you made it this far, here's the truth. This isn't just a camper. It's a different way of living. And once you see what's possible inside something like this, it's hard to look at regular travel the same way again. So, would you actually live in something like this? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe if you want to see the next camper, because it's even crazier than this one.